force.
And Clark, you don't think of too many of the Hornets as lockdown defenders, MKG being the big one, but they defended well over the entire season.
And for them, Kevin, rim protection was a big factor. They were a top 5 team in the league in forcing missed shots at their own basket.
Catching up on the changes for Charlotte. Cody Zeller's checked in for Hawes. Williams comes in for Big Smooth. And it's Jeremy Lin in for Lamb. The Magic trail by 3. Now here's Watson. The feed to Fournier. Smith outside. And it's Lin with the rebound.
I guess even he has to miss one of those once in a while.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
The Hornets shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one. First one falls for him. The Orlando Magic didn't make the playoffs last year for the 3rd consecutive season, Greg. They knew it wasn't a realistic goal for them.
Yeah, and last season wasn't really about making the postseason, Kevin, for this group. It's soon that will have to be the goal, as patience will wear thin within that fan base.
And he makes both free throws.
Well, it's been a while for the Magic in regards to the postseason. Another year of missing postseason play. This latest playoff drought comes after they made 6 straight trips to the playoffs from 2007 to 2012. 4 of their last 5 makes came off of a high-quality shot inside.
Textbook. Really, when you look at how they're playing, they are having their way down low.
The Magic trail by 3.
And overall, this Orlando franchise has been pretty consistent in making the playoffs. They've had 14 playoff trips since the inception of the franchise back in 1989. Given how hard it can be for expansion teams, you have to say that's a solid mark.
There's 37 seconds left here in the first quarter. Fournier pass to Nicholson. From the stripe. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
You know, that part of the floor, guys, is more or less his real sweet spot, right in his wheelhouse.
Back to Walker. Some nice pass in here by Charlotte. And a wide open look for Lin. Here's Hairston. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
His second person,
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far.
And last season, 86% from the line. So he's always had that calm presence at the line no matter the situation.
Yeah, those were fine numbers he posted at the line. It was hard to find fault with anything he did from the stripe.
Out of bounds. Charlotte takes possession.
And that's just carelessness there. I mean, you have got to have your head in the game.
And here's Walker. He got it up in time, but it wouldn't fall for him. A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1. The Hornets on top, leading by 5. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And Jeremy Lin, a player who's come a long way in his time in this league, from going undrafted out of Harvard to where he is now. He says he remains very grateful.
I wasn't sure, if my career would ever pan out the way I was hoping for, or if I would be able to stay in the NBA. And so for me to be here playing, to be able to know I'm going to play in the game, in an NBA game, it's just, it's pretty cool.
Well, in a game filled with some pretty big egos, there are also guys like that who are living the dream in their own very grateful way. Lynn has certainly seen the highs and the lows.
And Kevin, not everyone's a superstar and certain of their future. Sometimes you get to be a superstar for a brief moment in time, but this game has a way of humbling people, even those who started out humble, like Lynn.
And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. What stands out to you guys from the Hornets in this one?
You know, you can tell right now this team's on the same page. They are right where they want to be offensively.
Well, finding scores on time and on target with your passes, it makes scoring the ball easy for them.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. And so in the game for the Magic, inside it's Fry and Vucevic. At the 2 and the 3, it's Fournier and Harris. And it's Watson in at the point guard position. Here's Fournier following the bucket by the Hornets. Got a hand on it, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Vucevic. Orlando making some changes. Aaron Gordon is checking in for Fry. Oladipo comes in for Evan Fournier. And it's Peyton in for C.J. Watson. Charlotte leading by 9.
And guys, Tyler Hansbrough, as heavily a decorated player as we've ever had in college, has somehow seen his numbers steadily decline in the pros. Last season, he was in for an average of only 14 minutes a game, the lowest of his career. And he also only averaged about 4 points a game, which also equaled the lowest of his career.
Gordon with no one around. Can't get it to go. And Charlotte will come the other way. And they're off to Philadelphia after this game as they'll take on the 76ers. That'll be just one game played away from home for them. Lamb, good. Clark Tyler Hansbrough has been a effort guy. But he hasn't, just displayed the physical tools needed to match up, it looks like, with bigger power forwards.
Yeah, and if you lack certain physical tools, you better have a well-developed skill set. That other area where Tyler has needed improvement is his skills. Still young enough to turn it around, but the clock continues to tick.
And the Hornets making a change here. Hairston's checked in. And now approaching 2 minutes of action here in the second quarter. Kicks it to Vucevic. Got a piece of it. Hairston with the steal. Stewart passes to Lamb. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. Lamb's got 10 points. And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Hornets.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also, how about the fact defensively they're getting that backboard and getting out in transition, especially in this first half.
They get it back. Here's Vucevic. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
His touch has disappeared on him this quarter. He just hasn't been able to get it going.
Vucevic with the block. And it's out of bounds. The Hornets able to retain possession here. Smith checked in for Vucevic.
Jason Smith.
Lynn against Peyton. Lynn's shot is off.
And no excuse there for missing that one after being freed up by a great pick.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, they came away empty, but they got the look they wanted, and really, I like the movement and communication there.
And here are the Hornets now, following the bucket by Orlando. So the wing on the left. Here's Hairston. Gets an open look and hits. Hairston's got the lead up to 14 now for the Hornets.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off for them during the run.
Now here's Peyton, looking for his first basket still in this one. 6 to shoot. Oladipo. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And everybody out of the way. I mean, clear the lane. We've got some rims to rattle.
What a sensational play to get to the rack for the slam.
Strong interior move. Aggressive, assertive, and effective.
And some changes here for the Hornets. Cody Zeller comes in for Spencer Hawes. And it's Kemba Walker in for Jeremy Lin. Hornets leading by 12. One problem the Magic faced last season was depth. They really weren't a deep team, and it hurt them along the way.
Yeah, it sure did. I mean, they had the second fewest bench points in the league, and that number was really low because they didn't use the bench that often. The starters did a lot of the heavy lifting.
And just over 3.5 minutes played here in the second quarter. Payton against Walker. Payton outside to the inside. And the shot is good. The Hornet lead has been cut down to 12 on the bucket from Gordon.
And guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with the way they work down low.
It's becoming a theme in this game, Clark. They are piling up the points in the paint.
And the rejection by Smith. And it goes out of bounds. That one is off Smith. And the Hornets making a change here. Williams is checked in. And the Magic making a change here as well. Nicholson's checked in for Tobias Harris. .157 left to play in the first half. And here's Walker outside. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. And the Hornets lead by 15.
You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's just what they've shown here tonight. And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
And guys, there's no doubt Walker has a lot of the tools needed to be a great point guard, but his shooting percentage is really what has kept him from making the leap. Just not as consistent as he needs to be, and a lot of it has to do with shot selection. That also has to improve.
No good on the free throw. Just thinking again about Kemba Walker's field goal percentage, Greg. You were talking about shot under 40%, Clark, from the floor last year.
Yeah, and I think so much of shooting percentage is a function of shot selection. That's 3 out of the last 4 seasons now under 40% for Kemba. In order to be an elite point guard, that number's got to go up.
Here's Nicholson. 9 points last game. And the layup's good off the glass.
The plan of attack is obvious. Get the ball inside and go strong to the rim.
And, Greg, you know, the defense has been very slow to adapt. I mean, that's 10 straight points now inside.
Foul call all that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And, guys, over his first 3 seasons, no question, Jeremy Lamb has been a major disappointment. Clark, his game simply didn't seem to evolve at all over that time.
Well, that's why scouting is an inexact science. You know, he was a major piece in that James Harden trade, Kevin, a few years back, but just hasn't found the traction anticipated for him.
Now, here's Watson. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Dishes to Nicholson. 43 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. 4 on the clock. Fournier. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off a shot. 24-second violation. Hands was checked in for Jeremy Lamb.
Tyler.
Hornets leading by 14. And Walker kicks to Williams for the 3. The shot's good on the assist by Walker. Walker's got 4 assists now tonight. 23 seconds left in the second quarter. Here's Watson. Feeds it to Nicholson. And it's Orlando with another.
Andrew Nicholson.
And so that's the end of the first half. Hornets lead by 15. We're going to step away briefly, but get you right back out here for the start of the third quarter after our halftime.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. Charlotte had no problems getting going. They had intensity in their eyes and fire in their bellies as they started things out on a 7-0 run. Kenny, let's get your take on Charlotte.
They have run their offense straight out of a coach's textbook tonight. Both ball and player movement have been excellent. And the result of all that movement, almost all high-quality shots they're generating. It's pretty to watch. Very good fundamental basketball.
Check. What'd you think about Orlando?
Well, they got more than a few problems to work out, but it all starts with their defense. I know the analytical people love to point out opponent field goal percentage, and tonight has been a big problem. They haven't defended with any purpose. They need a whole lot more